Welcome everyone. Today is 8/8, August 8th. If you turn that 8 on its side, it's an infinity sign. So today's Infinity Day. 8/8, Infinity Day. So not fade away. This is a little bit of dedication, a little portion for Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead, who Jerry passed on about this time, August 8th, August 9th, 1995. So a little portion memory of Jerry Garcia, not fade away. Like I said, today's Infinity Day, and it's between Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day, okay? And those were both nuclear. We entered the nuclear age on August 6, 1945. It's been 73 years we've been in the nuclear age. And the title for this GreenFire program, again, welcome everyone to GreenFire, the golden hour and golden infinity of this hour around the electronic campfire. So gather around and come hum a tune that maybe lasts a little while, with a great big smile and your third eye smile for everyone. A loving kindness third eye smile that will last a long while and not fade away. Yeah, 73 years since the beginning of the nuclear age. And along that way, we've been planting peace poles all over the planet, especially in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes, and recently quite a few here in Iowa. And these peace poles say, "May peace prevail upon earth," in 4 languages, which are mostly indigenous or local languages of the dominant ethnic groups where these peace poles are planted. And these peace poles were begun at the Hiroshima Peace Flame in Hiroshima, Japan. And they were sent out and on peace marches by the Nichiren monks, who sang a mantra, Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And translated, it may not have translation, but generally speaking, it's an affirmation for may peace prevail upon earth and the rainbow hoops of all the nations, red, yellow, black, and white. And so this is the holy days of August 6th to August 9th of the Hiroshima-Nagasaki days. So in that sense, we're saying in the title of this GreenFire program, 2020, we're going beyond the world of nuclear. We're going into 2020 with a new, clear vision. A new, clear vision beyond the nuclear lack of a vision of the death culture, the necrophiliac culture of the nuclear bomb, all the nuke plants and everything nuclear. The Teller, the mad scientist, Dark Lord Edward Teller, and all of those dark lords of the nuclear age. And so going toward 2020 with a new clear vision, we have again planted these peace poles. And in Iowa here, the only nuke plant is in Palo, just near Cedar Rapids. And we are going to shut it down in 2020. So the one and only nuke plant in Iowa will be shut down in 2020. So there's great hope here, and there's great affirmation, and it's a great victory. For all you solar power people, this is your victory, as well as all sustainable energy, whether it's wind, biomass, solar power, all of the above and others. So claim a victory for yourself. We slayed a dragon. The nuclear dragon in Cedar Rapids has been slain. It will roar no more in 2020. So this provides the impetus for a new clear vision by 2020. In the Driftless, which is a bioregion just north of here, there has been in the recent 7 programs, now 8, a whole dedication to the Driftless bioregion. This is the 8th part of the 8-part octave. 8-part octave. Yeah, and that's something. It's Magic Cube of Franklin's Magic Cube, 8-part octave. Each one of these has been written in 8 pages. So these are the 8 final pages of the 8-part octave of the Driftless. And it's called Noosphere Hunab Driftless. Noosphere is the soul sphere that surrounds the earth. It's the love in every human's heart that's seen in the ethers as a noosphere, a soul sphere around the earth. Hunab-Ku is a Mayan term for the center of the Milky Way. And the Driftless is the bioregion of northeast Iowa, southeast Minnesota, southwest Wisconsin, and northeast Illinois, northwest Illinois. This is the eighth part of the 8-part octave of the Driftless, the bioregion known as the Driftless. Noosphere, Hunab-Ku, Driftless. We've been mapping the Midwest medicine wheel now for like 2 fortnights times 2. A fortnight is 2 weeks. So 2 fortnights times 2 is 8 weeks. Perfect for the 8-part octave. Vesterheim sits clearly in our soul. Vesterheim sits clearly in our soul in the Driftless, the western home of our Nordic soul. Here in the Driftless, in Decorah, no broken heart, no broken mind lives here. On the southwest spoke of the Driftless wheel, while hovering above in the dove of love, in dub music of the spheres, is Circle City. Out here on the southeast hub of the Milky Way galaxy, Cosmos Indo-Plutinos is the way, a certain way, in a movement and a rest. In Lakesh, Alakan. Alakan in Lakesh. In Lakesh, Alakan. You are another myself. I am another yourself. In Lakesh, Alakan. A movement and a rest. And this whole cosmic array is hidden from Earth, yet in the Eolithic it is Earthlight, time for Earth to ascend, time for Earth to ascend, in light mind of Proto-Enoia, with close encounters of the like kind, kindred folk, kindred spirit, kind mind, kind jury mind, time for Earth to ascend, through re-inhabitory time and Driftless, of mirth on earth, and the seasonal wheel turns in this mid-cardinal point, midsummer night's point, Lugnasad Lamas in midsummer night's dream, Lugnasad Lamas in midsummer night's dream, stepping into dreamtime Driftless, we step into beginner's mind, stepping into Dreamtime driftless, we step into beginner's mind and reclaim our lost inheritance of lost Scandinavian ancestors past, Nordic standing stone, stepping stone for new Atlantis. Hail Atlantis! Hail Atlantis! Hail Atlantis! In this dispensation, here at the assemblage point of backbone, we do soul retrieval and reclaim all dispersed energy and set our intent through Nawal and Tonal, peace, plenty, tilth, abundance, loving kindness, and care for the least of these. For the days of future past, on this threshold of a dream, and this verticality is a new axial mundi in the heart-mind center of Turtle Island. This mound nation is a monad, triadic structure of sonic architectures into the deep. We do soul retrieval and reclaim all dispersed energy and set our intent through Nawal and Tonal, peace, plenty, tilth, abundance, loving kindness for the least of these. For the days of future past, on this threshold of a dream, and this verticality is a new axial mundi in the heart-mind center of Turtle Island. This mound nation is a monad, triadic structure of sonic architectures into the deep. Here, archaic revival appears. Here, archaic revival appears through the starseed transmissions, joyfully running up the starry night, through Star Route 63 revisited, and the nuke at Halo at Palo will be shut down in 2020. And the nuke plant at Halo at Palo will be shut down in 2020. That nuclear vision black hole on sacred Black Earth, Iowa, will be replaced with a new clear vision, with 2020 vision, spinning 144 rainbow solar dream wheels as sun singers across the land, and that spinning, whirring prayer wheel, peace pole, planted July 14th, Bastille Day at Jones Park, Peace Pavilion. Spinning, spinning, spinning is now an enlightenment rod. And this whole thing mind shafts together into a new anima mundi of novelty, curiosity, possibility as eschaton of deep ion, Kala chakra mind wheel, touching wheel to solar dreamer wheel to seasonal wheel, as Ezekiel's wheels within that peace prayer flag wheel, and driftless heartland is seen Zohar afar as love star, singing down from Wadena through harmonic convergence of Woodstock Nation as first rainbow gathering of the 144 tribes of the families of living light. And the heartland sings, keeping the peace, holding the vision, keeping the peace, holding the vision. We are come to a higher union, keeping the peace, holding the vision. We now fly to a higher union, keeping the peace, holding the vision. vision, we now fly to a higher union. And we are mapping the Midwest medicine wheel. And we are mapping the Midwest medicine wheel. And we are mapping the Midwest sweet medicine wheel. With talon in hand, piercing fierce eagle eye of ruthless compassion. Amor y rabia, love and rage, in this agape satyagraha of satisfied mind. This yields compassion, this truth force. And through harmonic convergence of Woodstock Nation, the first rainbow gathering of the 144 tribes of living, family of living light, and the heartland sings, keeping the peace, holding the vision, we are flying to a higher union. Keeping the peace, holding the vision, we now fly to a higher union. Keeping the peace, holding the vision, we now fly to a higher union. And we are mapping the Midwest sweet medicine wheel. And we are mapping the Midwest sweet medicine wheel. And we are mapping the Midwest sweet medicine wheel with talon in hand, piercing fierce eagle eye of ruthless compassion. Amor y rabia, love and rage, in this agape satyagraha of satisfied mind. This yields compassion, this truth force of unconditional love, sent from the dove above as comforter, so we may climb backbone and become vertebrate, a man with a backbone, standing his ground, going vertical in a vertex sutra, grounded in roll-right stones as holy modal bounders, effigy mound people, Adina people, rainbow people, cosmogenesis of cosmic Christ people, centered here in the Heartland Sutra of Amerikua, initiatically instaurating the beginning of the 13 heavens in the great blue sky mind of driftless by the sun in the green, in the great blue sky mind of driftless by the sun in the green, Okahe, Aho. In this unconditional love sent from the dove above as comforter, so we may climb the backbone and become vertebrates, a man with a backbone, standing his ground, becoming vertical in a vertex sutra, grounded in roll-right stones as holy modal bounders, effigy mound people, Adina people, rainbow people, cosmogenesis of cosmic Christ people, centered here in the Heartland Sutra of Amerikua, initiatically instaurating the beginning of 13 heavens in the great blue sky mind, in the driftless by the sun in the green. Ah, in the driftless by the sun in the green. Ah, in the driftless by the sun in the green. Okahe, Aho. So this is the last part of the 8-part octave of the driftless cosmogenesis. And it provides a bioregional vision. As we enter the driftless, we begin to develop a second vision. And through this second vision, we begin to see the cosmogenesis of a new dispensation. And here with this second vision, we clearly see a new clear vision, a bioregional vision. So on this 8/8 Infinity Day, we see that infinity biofeedback loop that's embedded in our RNA. It's a hemisynchronous biofeedback loop embedded in our RNA when we develop our third eye mind with loving kindness of the third eye kind, for the care for the least of these. We begin to have develop a second vision, which is our natural birthright. And on this 8/8 Infinity Day, there is a piece I just wrote on this 8/8 Infinity Day called 2020, A New Clear Vision. It's Infinity Day, it's 8/8, 18. Many valences in this cycle, many valences in this cycle, some in the coming in, some in the going out, a movement and a rest, and it feels like it, and it feels like it, a movement and a rest. Ode to joy is ode to freedom. Beethoven said so, since Napoleon declared himself emperor. Beethoven wrote Ode to Joy, and he meant Ode to Freedom. Napoleon declared himself emperor, not a very smart deck he was playing from. He blew his Bonaparte in Waterloo. Yes, Napoleon blew his Bonaparte in Waterloo. Whichever Waterloo that'll screw you will do. There's plenty of Waterloos that'll screw you without you ever asking. Waterloos have a screw loose and a whole lot of shit for brains. They run their city and feed off that, kind of count on that incontinence. They're part of the uber class of dementia, very déclassé, and no one will mention it for fear of getting hauled in by the cops. And no one will mention it for fear of getting hauled in by the cops. And the cops have a police state on the whole east side of downtown. They ran the merchants out so they could have a penal colony complete with a parade ground where they got everyone to salute them. They got a jail, they got bail bondsman house right next to the jail. They got hanging judges, they got lots of probation offices, and hey, a halfway house or two will sure do. Just peachy keen for the cops on parade, scene, Waterloosers, bluest and finest. And it ain't who'll do, it's all about who'll screw you. That's good old Waterloo. And Napoleon was playing from underneath the deck, and he was playing, the deck he was playing from, he blew his Bonaparte in Waterloo. Whichever Waterloo that'll screw you will do. There's plenty of Waterloos that'll screw you without you ever asking. Waterloos have a screw loose and a whole lot of shit for brains. They run their city and feed off that, kind of count on that incontinence. They're part of the uber class of dementia, very déclassé, and no one will mention it for fear of getting hauled in by the cops. And no one will mention it for fear of getting hauled in by the cops. And the cops have a police state on the whole east side of downtown. They ran the merchants out years ago, 30, 40 years ago. The cops ran the merchants out so they could have a penal colony complete with parade ground where they get everyone to salute them. They got a jail. They got bail bondsmen right next to the jail. They got hanging judges. They got lots of probation officers. They got probation offices. And hey, a halfway house or two will sure do. Double dabble do ya. Just peachy keen for the cops on parade. On the parade scene. Waterloo's bluest and finest. And it ain't who'll do, it's all about who'll screw ya. That's good old Waterloo. And we turn roundabouts here to a 2020 vision. And we turn roundabouts here to a 2020 vision. And we turn roundabouts here to a 2020 vision. A higher vision. A new, clear vision. We gotta see the forest for the trees. We gotta see the forest for the trees. New dimensions of being. There's a Circle City circling around here. What's it look like? It stretches from Madison to Milwaukee, to Chicago, to Quad Cities, to Des Moines, to Omaha, to Minneapolis, and back around to Madison. It can be seen off-planet, a higher vision. And this Infinity Day is halfway between Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And this Infinity Day is halfway between Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Holy days. And we invite and invoke bodhisattvas for the cessation of suffering of all sentient beings. And we invite and invoke bodhisattvas for the cessation of suffering of all sentient beings. The nuke, we have shut down the nuke in Cedar Rapids. We have shut down the nuke plant in Cedar Rapids. That's by 2020. The first one in Circle City. Now we assign ourselves the part for more dragons to slay. Now we assign ourselves the part for more dragons to slay. There's 2 near Omaha, 2 nukes near Quad Cities, 2 nukes near Minneapolis, couple up near Madison and Milwaukee, and 7 to 9 nuke plants surround Chicago, the nuke plants that ate Chicago. That's around about 17 nukes in Circle City. Shut them down by 2020. Shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down by 2020. We've come to reclaim our land. We've come to reclaim Circle City. We've come to reclaim our land. We've come to reclaim Circle City. And this ain't no mean feat. And this ain't no small task. And this ain't no mean feat. And this ain't no small task. Shut them down. Shut them down by 2020. Shut them down. Shut them down by 2020. And by extension, the Great Lakes bioregion, that's Lake Superior, Gitchigumi, Lake Michigan, Jigading, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. The Great Lakes bioregion has another 10 nuke plants that are sitting nukes for all the folks in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Canada, and points east. The Great Lakes bioregion has another 10 nuke plants that are sitting nukes for all the folks in Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Canada, and points east. We've planted a lot of peace poles in Michigan. We've planted a lot of peace poles in Michigan. In 1987, in the Michigan Peace March for Global Nuclear Disarmament, which went into Detroit August 9th, 1987, 41 years ago to the very day of this Infinity Day, +1. And we planted a whole lot of peace poles in Michigan, like 50 plus peace poles or so. and we're beginning to plant quite a few in Iowa. They say, Om Namyoho Renge Kyo. Om Namyoho Renge Kyo. Om Namyoho Renge Kyo. Coming from the Hiroshima peace flame, the Nichiren monks, and Om Namyoho, lightly translated, says, may peace prevail upon earth in the rainbow hoops of all the nations, red, yellow, black, and white. In 4 languages of the local indigenous people. Not only peace poles, these are not only peace poles, they are enlightenment rods, planted unknowingly by bodhisattvas. Planted unknowingly by bodhisattvas. That's about 30 nuke plants in Circle City and the Great Lakes bioregion. Shut them down, shut them down, shut them down by 2020. That's about 30 nuke plants in the Circle City and Great Lakes bioregion. Shut them down, shut them down, Shundahai, Shundahai, shut them down, Shundahai, Shundahai, Shundahai by 2020. Dear friend, shut them down by 2020, dear friend, so we can begin to have a new, clear vision. That's right, so we can see clearly now. So we can see clearly now. With 2020 vision. Yeah, new, clear vision. Because we've gone beyond nuclear. And we've shut down all the nuke plants. And all nukes everywhere around the planet. For all time, singing Om Namyoho Renge Kyo. Ah, may peace prevail upon earth in the rainbow hoops of all the nations, red, yellow, black, and white. Ah, a nuclear vision, a new clear vision, 100th monkey, a new clear vision, a critical mass, a geodesic dome, critical mass, thinking, a new clear vision, a paradigm shift. Ah, 2020 vision. Aho. This was written today on Infinity Day, the midpoint between Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. First time it goes in your heart, in your head. Second time it goes in our heart. The second time it go in our heart. 2020, a nuclear vision. It's Infinity Day. It's 8-8. Many valences in this cycle. Some in the coming in, some in the going out. Some in the breathing in, some in the breathing out. Breathing in love, breathe out peace. Breathe in peace, breathe out love. Breathe in love, breathe out peace. Breathe in peace, breathe out love. Breathe in love, breathe out peace. And it feels like ode to joy. And it feels like ode to joy in ode to freedom. Beethoven said so since Napoleon declared himself emperor. Not a very smart deck he was playing from. Not a very smart deck he was playing from. He blew his Bonaparte in Waterloo. He blew his Bonaparte in Waterloo. Whichever Waterloo that'll screw you will do. There's plenty of Waterloos that'll screw you without you ever asking. Waterloos have a screw loose and a whole lot of shit for brains. They run their city and feed off that shit for brains. Can they count on that incontinence? They're part of the uber class of dementia. very déclassé, and no one will mention it for fear of getting hauled in by the cops. And the cops have a police state on the whole east side of downtown. They ran the merchants out 30, 40 years ago so they could have a penal colony complete with parade ground where they got everyone to salute them. They got a jail, they got bail bondsmen, they got hanging judges, they got lots of probation officers. And hey, a halfway house or two will sure do, a double dabble do ya, just peachy keen for the cops on parade scene, Waterloo's bluest and finest. And it ain't who'll do, it's all about who'll screw you. That's good old Waterloo. And we turn roundabouts here, to a 2020 vision, a higher vision, a new clear vision. We got to see the forest for the trees, the new dimensions of being. There's a circle city circling around here. What's it look like? It stretches from Madison to Milwaukee to Chicago to Quad Cities to Des Moines to Omaha to Minneapolis and back around to Madison. It can be seen off planet, a higher vision, and this Infinity Day is halfway between Hiroshima and Nagasaki, holy days. And we invite all and invoke all bodhisattvas to come in for the cessation of suffering of all sentient beings. And we invite and invoke all bodhisattvas to come on in for the cessation of suffering of all sentient beings. We have shut down the nuke in Cedar Rapids. That's by 2020. The first one in Circle City. Now we assign ourselves the part for more dragons to slay. There's 2 near Omaha, 2 nuke plants near Quad Cities, 2 nukes near Minneapolis, couple up near Madison and Milwaukee, and 7 to 9 nukes suffocating and surrounding Chicago. The nuke plants that ate Chicago. That's around about 17 nukes in Circle City. Shut them down by 2020. Shut them down, shut them down. We've come to reclaim our land. We've come to reclaim our land. The Driftless and Circle City and the Great Lakes bioregion. We've come to reclaim Circle City. And this ain't no mean feat. And this ain't no small task. Shut them down by 2020. And by extension, the Great Lakes bioregion. That's Lake Superior, Gitche Gumee, Lake Michigan, Jigading, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. The Great Lakes bioregion has another 10 nuke plants. That's Ontario, Superior, Jigading, Gitche Gumee, Michigan, Erie, and Huron. And those 10 nuke plants that are sitting nukes for all the folks in Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio, Canada, and points east. We planted a lot of peace poles in Michigan, like 50 plus or so. Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And beginning quite a few in Iowa. They say, Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Coming from the Hiroshima peace flame. The Nichiren monks went out with that planting peace poles, singing Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. May peace prevail upon earth in 4 languages of the ethnic groups around which they were planted. Not only peace poles, they are Zen, Zazen, Rip Rap, Cold Mountain Zen, enlightenment rods, planted unknowingly by bodhisattvas. That's about 30 nuke plants. that surround Circle City and the Great Lakes bioregion. Shut them down, shut them down, shut them down. By 2020, shut them down, shut them down, shut them down by 2020. Shut them down, shut them down, shut them down by 2020. By 2020, by 2020. Shundahai, Shundahai, Shundahai. Dear friend, so we can begin to have a new, clear vision. That's right. So we can see clearly now. So we can see clearly now with 2020 vision. Yeah, new, clear vision. Because we've gone beyond nuclear. And we shut down all nuke plants. And we shut down all nuke bombs. And we shut down all nuke missiles. And we shut down all nukes everywhere around the planet for all time. Singing Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Om Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. May peace prevail upon earth in the rainbow hoops of all the nations, red, yellow, black, and white. Ah, a new clear vision. Ah, 2020 vision. Ah, hope. That's the song of this Infinity Day, 8/8/18, August 8th. Not fade away. Earth first, not fade away. Earth first. GreenFire, not fade away. Earth first, no compromise. GreenFire, not fade away. Shut them down. Shundahai, Shundahai, Shundahai. Hey, yo, yo. So that's the affirmation at the morning sunrise ceremony. And this will travel back to a little bit inside the driftless, return to dream time inside of driftless, which is really in our the driftless dream time inside our mind. The driftless dream time inside our mind. The driftless dream time inside our mind. Embrace High July here on the high altar of August. Here on the high altar of August, embrace driftless. Here at Glastonbury Tours, we enter unsealed time, time between the stellas, and Sophia is our guide, Pistis Sophia. A little respect, a little reverence here, a little reverence for her. For she is the guide of our mind, as Avalokitesvara is the bodhisattva the Buddha sends you to when you want to open the doorway of the heart and you want to open the doorway of compassion. The doorway in love emanations, opening up the gate, opening up the gate, the east gate, the west gate. Gate, gate, parasamgate. Gate, gate, parasamgate, bodhispaha. And the whole thing is gone, gone, gone. And this whole thing holds together by who knows who, whatever or whomever. And this planet drum beats in the heart chakra of the heartland. And it's an ebb and flow of an epic flow that's beginning to go viriditas, verite, vertical, with an afterglow. And this flow is the undertow of a whole culture in chaos, whole worlds in collision, the world at the end of time, with a stand-up mind that even a comedian would sit down for. With a stand-up mind that even a comedian would sit down for. Well, this ain't no stand-up mantra of stupid time. This is time out of time, time out of mind, time out of time. And this vertical vertex invites activities and initiates infinity mind on this infinity day, and our true place in it. The colors are rainbow, and the whole show and the whole game board is lit up, and it's gone, 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 galactic. We stop here and invite hextillions of bodhisattvas in. And we invite and invoke saints of all the ages, in east and west, north by northwest, through the southwest door at Backbone, in a little portion of Iowa driftless. Over in Illinois lay Cincinnati Mound. Over in Illinois lay Cincinnati Mound. In the south, over in Illinois lay Cincinnati Mound. In the southeast driftless. Emanations of meditations in mother rays are seen, heard, and felt, crystal clear in universes far, far, far from here. They're listening in, tuning in, helping us from an off-planet heart chakra, hyperdimensional space frequency. These are sutras of divine milieu from our suitors from the Amor field. And this is all grace, this amazing sacred space called driftless. Here the veils are thinning and millions are waking up right along this frequency, the right-on frequency. And Wyalusing is the waterfalls of Wisconsin driftless, splashing all around this frequency in ions of the deep, in ions of the deep. Ion for this new dispensation, and it ain't easy to get to this cold water cave. You got to engage in your inner spelunking, your inner archaeologist to reconnoiter here. Dear friend, here Ruckus and your backpack are your best friends. And you got to rappel down the runnels of time to get here inside Coldwater Cave. And you come down from Wadena and the Volga River and you enter into Mystery Tree, Prism Asymmetry at Cold Mountain Zen Retreat Center and Communia Farm. This is where bluebirds come. This is where bluebirds come out and sing somewhere over the rainbow, and those dreams really do come true. And the Turkey River kindly blends into the Yellow River, and this whole thing is convoluted as the spirals at Glastonbury and the spires at New Melleray inspire angels and seraphim to center and ground here in the Abbey's sacred ground and all around Piasta, in an alleluia of a higher union into the Holy Communion of the Holy Trinity, of the Immaculate Conception of love, light, and life. And these prayer wheels turn in midair at 3:30 a.m., mid-noon, and eventide in all their sacred silence. The prayer wheels go on, and the prayer works go on, and this forms a sacred union of the great work, the great time, and the great space of the deep mind and contemplation. New Melleray is the Mount Meru of driftless, and this goes on and on and on. Aho. Passages about driftless. Driving along on the inland sea, the Indian ones look up and see for a quaternity into driftless. Up from crashing thunder, upstart spring waves roaring down Wisconsin River, up into Baraboo Mountains lay Viroqua epicenter, gliding along 151 up into the sacred chalice of Mount Horeb, lay crystal medicine wheel of the Wiccan altar, up into Willis neighborhood in Madison, near lake, lay the gates of heaven, open and celebrated in ritual on Samhain, All Hallows Eve, the Celtic New Year, and other sacred spokes on the seasonal wheel. Here at Deer Park in 1978, in an autochthonic moment, Geshe Sopa laid down the Kalashaka wheel for 1,000 years. First time on Turtle Island, spinning the mandala from the heartland of Driftless all across Americua and Turtle Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Tropic of Capricorn, in a heartland Prajna Paramitra Sutra, and up in Kettle Moraine Forest, and 1,000 years deep underground lay Crystal Spring glacier-fed artesian waters 500 feet deep. The Adena people know this only too well as Winnebago. In a higher union lay a circle city that is the largest on earth. In this circle city there are 37 million inhabitants, from Madison, Milwaukee, Chicago, Dubuque, Davenport, Des Moines, Omaha, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, and back around clockwise. This circle city can only be seen from off planet in a joy of the journey, in a joy of the journey of our heart song, and the Hubble smile. And this ain't the chaos collision of the seas, the small seas, and the cosmos spelled with a small c in a crooked Carl Sagan smile. This is the vertical amplitude of latitude in our altitude through gratitude that gives us altitude, that brings us to Alta, that lets us see high and far into other worlds with this special vision of special K, cosmos with a K, cosmos Indo-Plutinos, where compassion, non-violence, care for the least of these, loving kindness rule the day, in a higher way, spinning inward into the inland sea, driftless, a pro-peace planet. This is cosmic, it is epiphenomena, little wave, a little portion of pi, a little portion of psi, in an anomalous phenomena, morphogenic field, prokaryotic neuropeptide way, which is bioentrainment for the global brain of planet drum, emanating the heartbeat, heart chakra, heart song, in sweet medicine waves of Decanoida, through burying Otto hatchet and the ways of war, burying the hatchet of Otto ways of war, and finding reconciliation through a 4-day reconciliation song, a wampum song of Haudenosaunee, council fire of the tree of the League of Nations, for a sacred tree, the tree of the most great peace, a peaceful prayer of Om Namyoho Renge Kyo, for the rainbow hoops of all the nations, lovingly splashed in laughing rainbow waterfalls of Minnehaha, of the great blue sky mind by the sun and the green, doing the real work of this earth household. And the star out sings all night, deep into driftless night, in Highway 63, revisited till awakening driftless sunrise mind. Thrice Hermes Trismegistes, thrice Hermes Trismegistes, thrice Hermes Trismegistes, and Mount Meru of Mount Melleray is Shambhala, turning the collar chakra tobacco prayer wheels flowing in red, yellow, black, and white flags of Tamanawa's mind. And Circle City is spinning above in the hub of the noosphere, gone galactic. Gate, 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 parasamgate, bhavispaha. Gone, gone, gone. Hokahe, aho. Noosphere, hunabku, driftless. Mapping the Midwest medicine wheel. Vesterheim sits clearly in our soul, in the driftless. The western home of our Nordic soul, here in the driftless in Decorah. No broken heart, no broken mind lives here, on the southwest spoke of the driftless wheel, while hovering above and in a humming bee, in the dove of love, is dove music of the spheres. In Circle City, out here on the southeast hub of the Milky Way spiral, Cosmos Indo-Plutinos is the way, a certain way, in a movement and a rest, a certain way in a movement and a rest. And this whole cosmic array is hidden from Earth. And this whole cosmic array is hidden from Earth. Yet in the Eolithic it is Earthlight. In the Eolithic it is Earthlight time, time for Earth to ascend in light mind of Proto-Anoia, with close encounters of the like kind, kindred folk, kindred spirit, kind mind, kind Jerry mind. Time for Earth to ascend through re-inhabitory time in the driftless of mirth on Earth. And the seasonal wheel turns in this mid-cardinal point, midsummer point, Lugnasad in the midsummer night's dream. Stepping into the dreamtime driftless, we step into beginner's mind and reclaim our lost inheritance of lost Scandinavian ancestry, past Nordic standing stone, stepping stone of new Atlantis. In this dispensation, here at the assemblage point at Backbone, we do soul retrieval and reclaim all dispersed energy and set our intent through Nawal and Tonal. Peace, plenty, tilth, abundance, loving kindness, for the days of the future past on this threshold of a dream. And this verticality is a new axial mundi in the heart-mind center of the Turtle Island. This mountain nation is a monad, triadic structure into the deep. Here archaic revival appears, joyfully running up the starry night through the Star Route 63 revisited on with a new clear vision, with 2020 vision, spinning 144 rainbow solar dream wheels as sun singers across the land. And that spinning prayer wheel peace pole at Jones Park Pavilion, the spinning, 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 is now through a harmonic convergence of the Woodstock Nation as the first rainbow gathering of 144 tribes, family of living light, and the heartland sings, keeping the peace, holding the vision. We are come to a higher union, and we are mapping the Midwest medicine wheel, that yields compassion, this truth force of love, of unconditional love, sent from the dove above as comforter, so we may climb the backbone and become vertebrate, a man with a backbone, standing as ground, going vertical, in a vertex sutra, grounded in row-right stones as holy modal bounders, effigy mound people, Adina people, rainbow people, cosmogenesis people, of the cosmic Christ people, here in the Heartland Sutra of the Driftless in America, initiatically instaurating the beginning of the 13 heavens, in the great blue sky mind of the sun and the green, of the sun and the green here in the driftless. Hoka hey, may you be in the clear blue sky mind of by the sun and the green. May you live in the driftless in all ways, and many blessings to you. Peace.